Greetings, YouTube. This is such an important day for the community. It is a day that several of you have told me that you have circled on your calendar. The new 5-star featured crystal is here. And not just that, but we are coming off the heels of the brand new, improved format for the 5-star featured crystal, because the last crystal, by my count, it was over 80% of the champions were straight bangers, and it was just the best featured 5-star crystal by far we've ever seen. So let's see if the new one is as good, and let's grade it to see what we think. So as always, we're going to decide if the champion is amazing, okay, or straight trash. So, of course, we're going to have the new featured champions. That's automatically great because they're new. Angela, okay, but for the sake of this crystal, miss. Annihilus, miss. Black Panther Civil War until he gets buffed, miss. We're starting out with 3 misses. Ugh. Darkhawk, good. Dragon Man, Guardian, both featured. Guillotine, if it's Guillotine 2099, I'm excited. If it's Guillotine, who I have as an Awakened 6-star and I love, but not for 15,000 5-star shards, that's a miss as well. Havoc, great. Hitmonkey, great. Hulkbuster, somehow now great. Killmonger, awesome. Mr. Fantastic, I'm going to put in the miss category. Mr. Sinister, I'm going to put in the miss category. MODOK, I'm going to put in the miss category. Wow. Mysterio, awesome. Night Thrasher, for my purposes of how I use the champion, I'm going to put as a miss, but some of you are going to put in as a hit. So I get that. Professor X featured, great. Quake, awesome. Sasquatch featured. She-Hulk, solid. Sim Supreme, solid. Venom, solid. And then here is the super fascinating part of this crystal. If there is a takeaway from my excitement as to whether or not I go for this, and keep in mind, I'm only going to go for this since I'm hunting Dad Bod himself, Mr. Red Guardian, from the last featured 5-star, ironically. I am going to go for this because I want 5-star Wolverine. He is not just a quote-unquote trophy champ, which is a term used to describe a champion that you normally can't get regularly in the game in a basic or featured crystal, but he's also a champion that the regen is maybe the best in the game. And with the new synergies, now that Professor X, Apocalypse have made it in the game and they make Wolverine even better, I say that makes his value even better. If Wolverine wasn't in this, my grade would actually be fairly significantly lower. But that does help me feel better about it. Now, this crystal fails what the last one did, and that's to get 8 out of 10 champions as mic drops. We needed Guillotine to change to Guillotine 2099. We needed Angela to change to Captain Marvel movie. We needed Black Panther Civil War to probably change to Nick Fury. Just imagine your excitement if the crystal had that kind of God tier ratio hype. And if you're thinking, well, Prof, that's just unrealistic, that's what the last crystal had in terms of God tier champs. Oh no, I missed and landed on Iceman. Oh no, I missed and landed on Medusa. Oh no, I missed and landed on Hyperion, right? Like, these were champions that were game changers. You're not going to say that when you land on MODOK. You're not going to say that when you land on Annihilus or Mr. Fantastic. You're not going to say that when you probably land even on Night Thrasher. So let's do the math. There's 24 champions in this crystal. So let's talk about the misses. And I know Angela is solid, but not for 15,000 5-star shards. I'm being very critical of the value given what we saw for the last one of what champions are amazing and what champions missed the cut. So Angela, Annihilus, Black Panther Civil War, Guillotine, Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Sinister, MODOK, and Night Thrasher. That's 8. So about 66% of the champions in this I would consider to be either awesome because they're new or worth landing on in terms of overall utility. You're going to have people who say, Prof, you're being way too critical. Angela is incredible. Night Thrasher is incredible. I'd add them to hits, and I would understand that. But if you're comparing Angela and Night Thrasher to Medusa and Hyperion from the last crystal, I think there is a clear tier separation in my book, and I'm sticking to the same formula with this one that I've used in grading previous 5-star hero crystals. Wolverine makes this worth it for me to get excited about. I'm still going to rate this at a B. The last one I rated as an A+. This is not a C. It's not a D. I'm not trying to be Mr. Negative, super critical, emotional reactions, whatever. But I think it's a B. And that's not a bad crystal. B doesn't stand for bad, but it does stand for a little bit of a disappointing emotion because I wanted this to be back-to-back A's. Heck, I wanted this to be back-to-back A pluses. But if you don't have Quake, I'd go for this because she's a game changer. And Wolverine by itself, I'm really excited for. I wish, and I know this is unrealistic because Professor X was the cutoff, I wish Apocalypse was in this too. If Apocalypse had made it into this, I think I'd be even more excited, particularly just for the synergies. But he's not. So I guess we'll have to wait for the next featured 5-star hero crystal for Apocalypse, and that, of course, is in over 3 months. So that would take us, that's going to take us to 2021. We'll get to